Let's expose the Freemasons. This eye is not what you think. The eye is an organ that requires light in order to visibly see, which is a metaphor for your mind. The mind requires light, which is knowledge, in order for your mind to see the world clearly. The eye is placed above everything else, symbolizing we're chasing a higher sight, a higher perception of the self and the world. Eye is not closed, it's open, meaning it's looking, which is an allegory of staying conscious, being aware. In the triangle, it represents staying conscious over your thought, emotion, and action, because these are the three forces that generate your reality. Most people think, feel, and act unconsciously, unknowingly creating their reality. The light rays descending down from the eye symbolize the mind descending thought into the lower planes of existence, into the physical plane. In a negative context, this symbol can also represent surveillance and control over. Religion was made to keep you in a slave mindset. The slave mindset is God created the world thousands of years ago, and now he created you just to experience the world. The truth they don't want you to know is that God, or the source, didn't create the world thousands of years ago. It's creating all of reality in the universe in the present tense, in this very moment. They want you to believe God created it thousands of years ago, so you become an observer, so you do not actively, consciously create your reality. The truth is, you are a co-creator with the source, and us as a collective consciousness are creating and unfolding this creation in this present tense. Present moment is your present, your gift of creation. You create with your thought, emotion, and action. The elites know this. This is why they have to mass manipulate the people's minds so they can steer this creation into their agenda. The truth is, it's all a mental game. When you're horny, you're a horn, which is the goat. People always say to me, oh, you're making stuff up again with the words, etymology, do this in French, Spanish, it doesn't mean the same thing. When you study etymology and you study these words, they reveal a lot about human consciousness, because the words in English, specifically English, are encrypted with occult meaning. The fastest way to manifest any reality you want is to have unity consciousness. Most people have a divided consciousness. Consciousness expresses itself and creates reality in three different ways. We think, we feel, we act. Most people think about creating financial wealth, but their emotions feel like they're sad, and their actions are scrolling on TikTok. Your three creative powers are divided and not working together. Create a reality efficiently and fast. You have to unify your thought, emotion, and action. Think as if it's already achieved. Feel like you have a love and a care towards it, and your body will naturally take the action. Sometimes I'm writing my third book. I get bored. I feel like I want to play the Xbox. But then I remind myself, unity consciousness, think, feel, and act towards that one goal. And after slaving away for I don't know how long, I finally completed my third book. Remember, you only act on what you care about. If you do not care about your goal, you will not take the action. Care or love is the generative principle of your creation. You're watching this video right now because you care about the information. Third book is finally completed. Thinking outside the box has a deeper meaning than what we've been led to believe. Inside the occult, the circle means the spiritual plane, the eternal. Triangle represents the life force plane, the etheric plane. The square represents the material physical plane. Most people only think in reaction of their five senses. The untrained mind only thinks within the boundaries of the material self. The truth is, the mind exists outside of time, space, and matter. The body remains in the present moment, while the mind can think in the past, present, and the future, which means the mind operates outside of the laws of time, space, and matter, while the body exists within time as it's stuck in the present moment. The physical plane is the lowest dimension there is in the universe. Physical plane is the outcome, it's the effect, it's the manifested world. Humans have the ability to use higher dimensions of consciousness to create change in the physical plane, such as the astral plane, which is the imagination. Thinking outside the box, the physical body, means that you should use the higher dimensions of consciousness because you are not your body. You are a soul, and the soul uses the mind to think, and the mind thinks thoughts, and the thoughts take the body of imagination. The imagination takes the body of energy, and energy crystallizes into physical matter. Freemasons show a ladder rising off the ground, and the ground has checkered squares, symbolizing the duality of the material plane, and ascending consciousness to the higher planes of existence, symbolized. If you want to succeed in life, you have to understand this one thing. There is an energy field all around you. Science tells you this. But what they don't tell you is that there is a field of mind surrounding you. The mind is not the brain. The brain is a physical manifestation of the mind. Surrounding you right now is a vast field of mind filled with infinite thoughts of the universe. We don't create thoughts, we receive them based on our mind set, whatever we set our mind to. And the pineal gland is the radio receiver for this mental field and how we interact with the mental field. The way thoughts express themselves is like a tree pattern. If you set your mind to the thought of a triangle, that triangle is linked like a chain to another thought, to the number 3, for example. Then the number 3 will lead you to another thought, for example, thought, emotion, action. Then that will lead to another thought, which will lead to creation, how you create. So thoughts act like a chain effect. You think of one and it opens up a branch to all the related character of thoughts. Therefore, if you start to set your mind on negative things, you will lead yourself down a chain of thought to all the negative possible outcomes to the character of that thought. Before I present a lecture to my private community, Ethereal University, I will sit down in silence. I set my mind on the topic I'm going to talk about, so I penetrate that specific pocket of thought within the mental plane. Then I let my mind branch off into all the different things that I need to talk about, and it will give me ideas, different things of how to talk about it. To the person who thinks unconsciously and randomly, you will not have much power. But once you start to train your mind and to penetrate these different pockets within the mental plane, you can really start to gain ideas by following the chain of thoughts.